Kelly Ayotte attended New Hampshire Public Schools, Pennsylvania State University, and Villanova Law School. After graduating, she excelled quickly and became New Hampshire's Attorney General and served for 5 years. She spent much of her time focused on children, and she helped pass laws which crack down on sexual predators. The union leader named Mrs. Ayotte the Citizen of the Year in 2008, due in large part to her prosecution in the first capital murder case in over 60 years. Mrs. Ayotte understands the importance of small businesses to the New Hampshire economy and the direct impact that Washington has on New Hampshire and the small businesses and the jobs that they create.
Hi, I'm Catherine with the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, and I'm here with Ms. Kelly Ayotte, a candidate running for U.S. Senate.
It's great to be here with you, Catherine.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, what is the role of federal government and local education, and as a U.S. Senator, what will you do to improve the quality of public education in Manchester?
Well, ultimately, I believe in local control for education. And what I would like to do is there's funding that comes from Washington, but that we make sure that that local control is maintained and that parents and teachers and students are empowered to make the best choices for their education, and there's no one size fits all. So what I'm going to do is make sure that local officials and parents and teachers feel empowered and that the resources coming from Washington, that you're best able to use those in a way that makes sense for people here in New Hampshire and in Manchester, because ultimately you know best about how to educate people here in Manchester, and there's great innovative programs, and those come best from within the school system.
Thank you.
Thanks.
In October of 2001, bombing commenced in Afghanistan, marking the start of 8+ years of American involvement. Much has been made lately of the strategy regarding Afghanistan. What does success in Afghanistan mean to you? And as U.S. Senator, what steps would you propose taking to ensure success in Afghanistan?
Well, Catherine, we're actually a military family. My husband served in the Iraq War. He's an A-10 pilot and still serves as a lieutenant colonel in the Guard. So that's a perspective that I bring in terms of having waited when he was at war in Iraq. You know, I was very concerned about him, and I know our military families feel that way. In terms of what's happening in Afghanistan, we can't forget that the terrorist acts that occurred on 9/11 came from Afghanistan, and we have to complete our mission there of stabilizing that area so terrorists can't continue to take hold and use that as a base to commit further acts of terrorism against our country. I support the strategy of General Petraeus and want to make sure that our military men and women have what they need when they're in theater, and then when they come home, have the support that they need and their families need, meaning the best medical treatment and mental health treatment. And you know, one of the things I hope to accomplish as a senator is New Hampshire is one of the only states in the nation that does not have a full-service VA medical center. And we have so many men and women that are serving our state right now and our country in Iraq and Afghanistan. We have so many veterans in this state, and I think we deserve a full-service medical hospital here in New Hampshire, and that's something I plan to fight for as a United States Senator.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Ultimately, today's youth will face the lasting effects of the current economic crisis. What groundwork will you lay to assist young Americans in achieving prosperity with the next generation?
Well, as a young American, you know, you need to be concerned most, and I'm concerned most. It's the reason I'm running for United States Senate. I have 2 children, and right now we've accumulated a $13 trillion debt. And so we're mortgaging my children's future and your future. And so I think we need to make more fiscally responsible decisions in Washington so that we're not passing on a bill to you in the future, and so we have a strong economy going forward, and to make sure that you have the same opportunities that I've had in this great country, that we have a strong economy. And the best way we can have a strong economy is dealing with this debt, getting our fiscal house in order, a balanced budget in Washington, and also making sure that we have strong economic policies, lower taxes for our businesses so we can put people to work, and so that you have the opportunities for all the talent you have and the great education that you've gotten, you can get a great job.
What do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
Well, I love in my spare time, first of all, I have 2 children, love to go to the playground with them and play with them, and also hike. I love the outdoors, and we have such a beautiful state, and swim and run, anything that I can do outdoors with my children and my husband is what I like to do in my spare time.
What have you done to deserve my first vote?
Well, I served as Attorney General of our state. I worked very hard in that position, worked with teenagers and worked with those in the high school to make sure that we had strong programs in place to educate kids on internet safety, make sure we had the best laws in place to make sure people in New Hampshire were protected. And so I've already served our state for 5 years. It was a real privilege to serve in that position. And so that's what I'm about, serving, and that's what I would do to earn your vote. And most of all, make sure that we have a strong future for our country. And I feel so wonderful to meet someone like you, knowing that there are people like you that are going to go out and carry on the tradition of our great country. But we need to make sure that those opportunities are there for you.
Thank you very much for being here today, and I hope you the best.
Thank you so much, Catherine. It's great to be here with you.
Hi, my name is Rachel McCoy, and I'm a member of the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. We would like to thank you for watching our presentation on the 2010 Senate election. In the winter of 2009, invitations were sent to the candidates running for U.S. Senate asking them to participate in this project. The making of this documentary has been an entirely youth-led process, and all the questions you heard were written by members of the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. If you are interested in joining the council or you have any questions about what we do, call us at 624-6471. Once again, that number is 624-6471. Thank you.